Sounds great. Um, I was looking at your ex in preparation today.
Okay. What do you think?
It's great. I love doing my research for these interviews.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
no, it's great.
It's
I
so
get to I
the
get to see all the good
painstaking
bits.
research process.
I know someone's got to do it. When you host and produce it yourself, you got to do the research, man.
Mhm.
No, it's great. I love it. It's very sexy. I feel like I retweeted one of your shots. You have a hairy booty.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I trimmed it recently just a little bit, but
Why? Why would you do
yeah.
that?
Um sometimes like here's the thing. As much as like I love the aesthetic of really hairy butt,
Um,
it's a lot in Miami to have that
got it.
much,
Yes.
like in clothes underneath. And so,
Sure. Sure.
you know,
Sure.
um,
No, I get it. I guess I can get a little jungle fever down there.
yeah. So I
I've
like
actually
I don't keep it. I don't crop it short.
uh-huh.
I just because like once the hair starts getting like this long, like where you can like
Does your
just pull it and grab, like which is that's what it was. I'm like, okay, we're gonna chop that down to like right about here, inch.
is that how long your butt hair grows?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay,
If
great.
I don't maintain myself, it will just continue. As a matter of fact,
To grow.
this is the longest I've let my chest hair kind of like expand.
That's crazy that you can pull it like that. That's
I can
wild.
just pull
Yeah,
it.
that's great. I like body hair. I mean, yeah, it's different for everybody, whatever the aesthetic you're going for is, but I like it.
Body hair was like, when I was growing up, I remember there was some relative, like we went to the beach and it was like a family reunion thing, and like some relative shows up and this guy's like 60 or something, and
Mhm.
his body hair was like bam. Like this
Yeah,
is like the longest thing I've ever seen before, and I'm like, why don't you crop that? I'm young. I'm like, why don't you
sure.
cut that? And then his wife was like, you'll understand when you're older how sexy it is. I'm like, am I gonna have body hair when I grow up? It's like from this family, most likely, yes. Get comfortable. And then I was like, okay. I was super excited, and I remember like I even like I took yarn one day and I was like cut it up and I taped it to my to myself to see like what it would look like. I was
That's
in preparation.
awesome.
I've been manifesting this body hair since a very young age.
When did it start finally kicking in for you?
I hit puberty early actually, so
Yeah.
I think it was 8 years old when I started seeing pubes and
Oh
underarm
wow.
hair. So I got teased for
Uh-huh.
that. And then once like I started really growing everything around like 13, 14.
Isn't that so weird how we tease each other about body hair? Like you would think that you would like appreciate it on another person and be like, wow, that looks great. Like,
But I mean,
essentially
kids are
like this
kids, right? Like they
I know
don't know
that
what it is.
you're totally right when I think about it now, but it's just like, I don't know, like just to me, like the body hair would be like an identifiable mark of like becoming into your manhood. Like you are going through
Hmm.
puberty, the changes, and you're becoming a male. And so you would think as a
Yeah.
teenager or as a child, you'd be like, wow, that looks great. I would want that for myself too. But yet we're like
Yeah, but I
joshing
mean,
each
it's
other
like,
about it.
you know how it is. Puberty is like that awkward transition phase where,
It's
like, you were
true.
just born, you don't know anything about anything except for like, oh, like
You
I
weren't
can
just born. You got like a couple of years on you.
couple of but like relatively, right?
Ah.
You look back at
No,
what
yeah,
you
you're right.
thought you
You're right.
knew at 10 years old.
This is
Life
true.
is just different. Uh,
This is true.
so,
That's true.
and everybody's just like discovering their bodies and coming to learn, like, and on different information levels too, right? Because some kids are well informed. I was lucky to be a well informed child.
That's true.
Um, a
How
lot
are
of
you well
people are
informed? Did
not.
your parents have the birds and the bee talks with you?
Of course. Yeah.
My parents didn't do that. No way.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
never any conversation about sex or anything in my household. So I had to like figure it out through like porn, friends,
Yeah.
random people on the internet.
And is
It's
that a
not good.
healthy way of finding out? I mean, yes, it
No,
can
absolutely.
be, but it's rife with dangers.
I mean, I feel like I'm pretty happy that I did find it that way because I just feel like if I did have that conversation with my parents, like it would be not good, Like it would. it would all be like bad and shame based and like, I had other shit to worry about. The fact that I was like into boys was like a whole different conversation.
Oh my God, yeah, no, that's a
Like they
whole other
couldn't they're not
conversation.
talking to me about having sex at all. They're talking to me about like why you like boys.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, not every parent is equipped to have that conversation and have it
No, not
well.
at all.
So fine. It's just it's
Yeah.
that's the thing. It's interesting how we all kind of like have to take a personal responsibility sometimes to find out about our bodies and about
Yeah.
how those bodies interlock
Uh-huh.
in fun
Yeah.
ways. We have to take that upon ourselves because, yeah, we can depend on others to teach us stuff, but at the end of the day, sometimes the things that they teach us are not healthy or good for us to know. And then sometimes the things that they teach us are worth knowing. And so I don't know. And then some things that we find out
Totally.
by experience or alternate resources, I'll just call them, can.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like that's something big advocate of like sex education in like junior high and high school. Like
Mhm,
solely from like a medical standpoint, like I want to know what the body is doing, right? Like if you
mhm,
have sex, like this can happen within your body, female bodies, male bodies, but I think
mhm,
it really needs to diverse, it needs to grow, including like gender and sexuality and sexual identity, and like that's where it needs to grow. Like all I ever got was the biologicals of it.
mhm.
But I, now at my age, I'm just like, yeah, you should really start expanding and being more inclusive in those conversations
Yeah.
at a
Well, the
young
thing is
age.
too, um, when it comes to like the biological standpoint, I'm like, at the very
Mhm.
least, people need to know that part, right?
Yeah, yeah,
How does it
absolutely.
work?
Yeah,
Because at the end of the day, we all have these bodies, and they
yeah,
all function in these. Well, for the most part, right? Most bodies function in sexual ways, and or can function in sexual ways, and so knowing how that all operates is very important. Very similar, like how to maintain your health and how to maintain your, whatever. So,
yeah. No, it's an important aspect of who you are as an individual, and I feel like it really should be focused on and treated in a very sophisticated yet exploratory manner.
yep, yeah. We
Yeah.
talk about sophistication while we're like, here's my dick shirt.
I know. Here's my University of Gooning shirt.
Yeah. Ooh,
I like your
graduate.
tank though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm definitely a master's. I'm definitely teaching classes at this point.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
master's in baiting. Huh? Masturbator.
I'm a master at Bator, yes.
Very nice.
But what's going on with you? I love your content. I think you're so sexy. I've been following you for a while. And I was
Thank
just
you.
trying to get like the vibes, and I was like, what's this guy about? And I like to do, again, I said like I like to do my research on the people that I talk to because I'm really passionate about masturbation and just sexual health, and like I want to feel out the people.
Hmm.
Um, and I was asking the community about you, and everyone was just like, yeah, the guy's so hot. And I was like, yeah, he's really
There's a
sexy.
community to ask about me. You're my first interview,
Yeah.
so
The 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 Bader community, bro.
the Bader community, bro. Okay. All right.
Yeah, are
Awesome.
you part of that
I'm
community?
glad
I
I've
feel
made
like you're a
waves.
Bader.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, I like, I'm on Bait World like almost. I don't want to say religiously, but yeah, it's definitely a one-stop shop for me now. Like it's
Yeah.
almost replaced porn, but not quite. Um,
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I've been enjoying like just meeting people in cam chats and like it's gotten to a point now where I'm like I could have 10 cams open and I'm like I've masturbated with each and every single one of you and we have like some kind of visual connection through the camera lens through the internet cables and
Yeah.
like and
It's so Bader coded.
mhm. Yeah, no, and
I
so I've
just
just
I
been
just
loving
started
it.
I just fell in love with camming. Like I was never a really big cam person because I was just like, oh, like I want that physical connection, that intimacy, like I want to be able to touch or whatever. But then like I think it's about changing my perspective where I'm just like,
Mhm.
oh, they want to see me perform.
Mhm.
So now it's about like me putting on a show, and that makes me sexy. So I'm just like, oh, I'm into this now. Fuck
Yeah.
yeah, dude. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Dudes are totally for it. They're just like, do this and do that. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, no, it's fun. It's fun. And the thing is too like um uh the connection that you make with another person over cam and like they're performing for you while you're performing for them and you're watching each other
Yeah.
and so then it just keeps informing. It's like this. instantaneous feedback loop where like I mean I know
Yes.
mirroring is a fun I want to say term. I don't know, like that's come up. Like the concept of just like mirroring each other's baits. So like kind of sending a
Oh yeah,
signal
yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm watching you and you're watching me and like we know because like we're doing the same things. Like if you flip your
Yes.
hand, I'm flipping my hand, or if you're touching your nipples, I'm touching my nipples, flexing, like and then that's how I've it's honestly it's really cool to just kind of like feel like I'm in a virtual bait space
Mm-hmm.
because I don't really get that much here in real life, physical life. So even though I
Okay.
really, really want to, I would love to see more spaces open for it. I've attended some and I enjoy them a lot, so that's great.
Like
But
what,
I don't
like
know,
bait
just
parties, like bait groups?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
There's not a major bait party where you're at?
No,
I
we
feel
don't
like
have
you
like a
live in a big
Jack. We don't have
state.
a Jack's. We don't have like
Oh,
a Florida Jacks or anything. Or if we do,
okay.
it's not like a.
A thing.
Yeah, it's not particularly well organized as far as I know.
Got
Um,
it. Got it.
so, but we have a tantric studio. It's in Fort
Okay,
Lauderdale, so
cool.
it's a little bit of a drive for me. But there's a tantric studio that does bait events. So
Nice. Yeah.
that's been really cool to like connect with people there. But aside from that, for the amount of masturbating I do, it's not enough. So
No, I always like fucking like forget my privilege because I'm in LA and I go to big parties all the time. Like there's someone hosting something. And someone was just like, yeah, I go to the big party. People are just like, where?
Mhm.
How? Like people in like these rural areas. I'm like,
I'm
oh shit,
not in
that's
the
so true.
loop.
But I love that these like parties are popping up, like Columbus Jacks, and like I'm talking to like Raleigh Jacks after I talk to you. So I'm so excited and be able
Hmm.
to like showcase these spaces. It's like even if you're not in that area, if you're close by, you can drive to it. Like I think on Telegram, I'm part of like the Columbus Jacks, and someone was just like, yeah, it was worth driving the 2 hours for this big party. And I was like, yeah,
Hmm.
like because you're gonna stay there for a while. It's not like, you make it an event, make it a night. If you can stay there overnight, do the thing. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've even eyed events like the Master Bator convention up in Pittsburgh. I know,
Pittsburgh. Did you go to
like, I
that?
look at it and I'm just like, this place looks amazing. It's like 5 floors of masturbating, and I'm just like, what is
Yeah.
happening here? This is wild. And
Yeah.
I've also heard of like hotel takeovers as well. You know,
Yeah, I think the Austin Jocks does that. Like the Austin Jocks will travel to like nearby cities and like hook up a hotel and then like, I
amazing.
want to go. My dream or like a goal of mine is to like travel cross country and
Uh-huh.
like hit up all the different Jack parties. Like
Yes.
just rent like a camper, get a bunch of bait bros maybe who wants to go and just fucking like bait on the road. Wouldn't
Hmm.
that be cool? Like just
Oh,
bait on the side of
absolutely.
the beach. Like just I don't know.
While
I
doing
think
that, I
that's
would also be
fantasy.
hitting up like what are the leather bars in
Oh,
around
all of
the
it.
country and
Like
like
all
what
the
are the
faggot shit. Like where are all the gay
yes.
boys? Like I want to see all the queer people. Like where are all the prides? Like I want to explore it all. It'd be really fun to like get
How do we
documented.
survive in your city here? How do we
Bitch,
get no, let's not say survive. Let's say thrive. How do we thrive in this city together?
how do we thrive anywhere right now? Jesus fuck.
We don't need to get into
It's
that unless you want to, but because
no, but
this
I'm
is
just
about
saying like that.
masturbating.
This is about masturbating. And we want to be able to like showcase and celebrate your hairy butt.
And you know what? It is now more than ever. Actually, now more than ever, masturbating is just for me such a health it's always been a healthy release, but now more than ever it's just been like, I just enjoy getting back in touch with
Uh,
myself and recentering myself and making
yeah,
connections in the process, even if it's online or in person. Um,
yeah. I
and
find it really healing.
yes,
Yeah, I want to be
yes.
surrounded by my bros. Like I want to be surrounded by my like people that love me, that I love them. Like
Hmm.
it's all like love. Like when I come in contact with my bros and I'm showing off, I'm just like, this is a safe space and I feel comfortable and I feel protected. Like
Hmm.
it's a distraction. It's like my
Yeah,
own little bubble.
100%. um I mean, even for like election night, I just decided to be like, you know what? I'm turning off all media, everything. I am just
Mhm.
masturbating throughout all of election night. I don't like I'm gonna find out regardless what happens like the
Oh,
next day.
absolutely.
Like, why am I going to sit through the agony and the media induced stress of the spectacle of, this county has turned red or this county or whatever, and like, and just watching the numbers slowly pour in, watching the scales tip one way or the other as you watch the future of your
Yeah.
country. And I'm just like, you know what? No, I'm opting out. And that was the best decision I had ever made. It was so healthy for me.
It absolutely is healthy because it'll just fuck up your day, like your mental health. Like
hmm
yeah, it's not good. Which is why like I continue to do this. Like I want to be able to like provide a space where you can just like get away from all that bullshit. Let's
hmm
talk about like sex and like nut sacks and like
hmm
just have like a really good time and like just like disassociate from it all.
100%. And it's not to like say that, it doesn't factor into our lives whatsoever. We don't give it any thought and we don't give it any consideration and we just like allow it to, run in the background. It's more so just everything has a time and a place and a healthy amount. Everybody has a healthy dosage, like a cap, right? Of like
Yes.
how
Yeah.
much um of that kind of like outside fuckery is can I curse on you? I mean, we're talking about baiting, right? Like we
We
can
can talk
speak
about
freely on
whatever.
this podcast.
Absolutely.
Okay, love that. It like there's just a cap. There's a cap. And
Yeah.
it is perfectly healthy and acceptable to just be like shutting off social media, shutting off all media.
hmm
I don't
hmm
want to hear it. We actually my husband and I we've instituted now like a thing where it's just like, you know what? We want to stay informed, so we'll give ourselves we allot like 30 minutes to just do like a news scroll that
Yeah.
gives us more or less what's going on. And then it's like, okay, shut off. Let's enjoy our lives. Because otherwise, like, it's just, it's just so overwhelming to get stuck in
Yeah.
that news cycle.
Yeah, I think that's healthy. I think
hmm
that's really healthy. I'd probably do the same. Like I'll just scroll for a while. I'll get my feed. I'll spiral, and then I'll have to like chill out and be like, okay, are you done? And then just kind of focus on my day. It's just so weird though. Like we're able to like um decompartmentalize right now. Like there's so much shit happening, but yet you got to go to work. You got to pay bills. You got to feed yourself. You got to wash your ass.
Yeah. And fundamentally, right? Like, those are the things
Yeah.
those are fundamentals to
Yeah.
each of our personal lives. Like, we have to, number one, at this point, look after ourselves. And I'm not saying like in a way where like, it's zero sum where we like if we go up, we have to push other people down. It's not about that. I'm saying like we
hmm
have to be looking after our own lives, our own health, our own safety and security, our own financial prosperity, like all of it, right? Like, we have to be
Yeah.
finding ways to do that despite what is going on around us. Because at the end of the day, some of those things, and actually most of those things, are not directly impacting you. There might be some trickle down effects from those news that reach your community, at which point you'll be able to like you can trace it to like, well, Congress did this, so now I'm seeing the effects. But otherwise, for
Yeah.
the most part, like, there's a lot that doesn't actually fundamentally affect you. And
hmm
so having to kind of like use a discernment technique of like, I can put this aside in a box for now and just I'm aware that this is happening, but it doesn't have to affect my personal energy in my life because I have things that I'm accomplishing. I'm on an up and up. I'm working on myself and I'm enjoying my life regardless of what's happening. Um,
hmm
that for me is like the best revenge against the whole thing. It's just like, you know what?
Yeah, just
I'm
take care of you, take care of you, take care of the people that you love, find
unbothered.
community,
Yeah.
unbothered, unfazed, and unbothered.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about sex.
Let's talk about sex.
Well, because like you like do other stuff. Like you're not just a baiter. Like I'm looking at your stuff and you're having like a good time with people here.
Yeah.
And I feel like I read your bio and you were like showing off on cam for a couple of years. And then what was the catalyst to actually just kind of go into start your porn business?
Yeah. Um, this is a very complex, multi-layered answer.
Tell me
So
everything.
I'll see what we can glean from all of this.
Perfect.
I have always been a really super sexual person. And
Nice.
I I went through my, let's say, the early stage of my life, like doing all of the right things, you know?
Mhm.
Um, and I had my good job, corporate job. It wasn't like anything special, but it was like, okay, corporate job, cool. And like everything was just kind of like on its routine schedule and everything was working out, everything was fine. And then one day, I mean, close to the pandemic, like I was already prior to the pandemic, I was already starting to realize I'm like, there's something wrong with my life that I don't feel is quite fulfilling. I feel like I'm stuck in a dead end and like everything is already getting more expensive and I'm not making the same. Um, I'm also feeling like, is this it? Because I was always a very creative person. I've always been very like and sexual for sure. Like I was still like it wasn't like, oh, while I'm working my 9 to 5 drudgery of a corporate job, like my soul has been sucked. No, I made sure to like come home and like enjoy myself. Like once work was done, it was shut off and then like again compartmentalize. And then
Mhm.
um but I think there came a point where um I started realizing like I don't want to let life pass me by,
Mhm.
and I felt like it was happening. It was passing by. I had done well enough up to that point, but then once everything was starting to dip and then the pandemic like really started crashing like all of the stability that I had built doing everything
Mhm.
right, that's when I was like, "You know what? I hate corporate. I never want to go back." And to me, going into porn was actually kind of like a line in the sand of like, because one thing for me that was always very difficult was how many doors get shut if I go into a job and then they find out that like I'm plastered all over the internet, coming everywhere. And
Sure.
that was really hard for me to reckon with because I was like, man, but I've always been so respectable. I use quotes for that.
Sure.
Um, that was honestly the biggest hurdle for me.
Mm,
That
mhm,
feeling
mhm.
of like, I really wanted to draw this line in the sand. I've always wanted to get into porn. It was always like that fantasy thing of like, what if I did? But I never felt like the super confidence to do it. Um, But the pandemic, which then allowed a lot of extra time to myself, is where I really like amped up my sex drive. I will call it my sex drive. I really amped it up to a point where like um I started seeing like, oh my God, I'm able to like make myself come twice or three times in a row. I'm able to edge for 12 hours or whatever. Like I and then on top of that, like I'm playing with toys, I'm playing with bigger toys, putting that inside of me. And I'm just like, starting to feel like I can hold my own. And I'm curious to see what this is like. Um, so yeah, once I decided to do the jump into porn, it was um it was for me that was a big line in the sand, huge line in the sand. I'm like, I'm never going back. There was a basically for it was a piece of me of being like, I just want to be responsible for myself and my growth. And yeah.
Yeah. I think that's great to have that realization and to, like, make that change and transition in your life. I think if it's
Mhm.
something that you're really passionate about and it's gonna make you happier and it's just inevitably, like, a quality of life thing, then yeah, I fully, like, support that and encourage that. It could be
Yeah,
anything too. It doesn't have to be porn. I mean, anybody could have, like, a transition in their life and just be like, "This isn't working out for me anymore. Like, what am I really passionate about?"
of course.
Like, I wanna own something and then do it. That's where I'm at
Be a
too. I
glass
feel like
blower.
exactly, that's fucking cool.
Yeah.
I think that's where I'm at in my life too now. Like, I think I have a similar experience as you. Like, I was um, working this corporate job, and I thought this was it. Like this was my career. Like I was going to go through this thing.
Mhm.
You know, I was going to do that, and then I got laid off. And then it was just like this huge, like, what the fuck? Like nothing is secure. Like, so now I'm at a point where it's just like I don't trust companies. Like there's
Mhm.
no, I don't invest in that anymore. Like I keep to myself. I look out for myself. Um, and I'm slowly making that transition too. Like obviously, bills got to get paid. However, I'm much like you. I'm very like cut it off. Like when that computer shuts down, I'm fully invested into the bait world. Like
Mhm.
I work on this podcast, I talk to baiters, I help promote products, like, I'm just, like, fully invested, and until that full transition happens over, that's where I'm at, I'm, like, straddling that line,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
it's hard.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Mm.
get it. I mean, it's I think now more than ever I'm really learning to appreciate being in charge of my own success and not leaving it to other people to like
Yes,
rise me up a
yes,
ladder in any
yes,
way.
yes.
And I'm lucky now I've found a better replacement career outside of this.
Mhm.
And I have all of the freedom to go ahead and just do what I do. Um, but it was still very challenging. Um, because there's always a part
Well,
of me that's like, well, maybe this didn't work out, but maybe I could find something better that's still like, and I don't know. But then I'm just like, no, no, I'm not going back. I'm not going back. I like my life now. I'm enjoying where I'm going. I'm enjoying the trajectory. I just started doing porn a year ago. So this is still very fresh and new for me. I'm still early on in the
yeah,
follower count build, which I'm also just kind of taking at a
yeah,
relaxed pace. I'm like, I do not want to hit the ground running. I do not want to be doing like, well, I hit the ground running in in sense of like, I don't want to have to be posting content like 2 or 3 times a week, 4 times a week, right? Like the
yeah,
daily,
yeah, yeah. Mhm.
um, I want to make sure that I do things at a pace that feels healthy and correct for me at this time. It's still early on. It's still more about like, um, I'm even taking honestly this particular time to kind of establish myself in a way so that I can, as I hit the gym a little more and and like to just kind of see a transition in me. I'm excited
Mhm.
to like document that process and like how far I take that. I don't know. Like
Yeah.
I'm very excited for it, but I wanted to just make sure I take it slow and I'm at a pace that works for me. Because otherwise, like I didn't want to hit burnout on something that I was super excited about initially, and then
Mhm.
in addition, one that I think potentially exposes me to retaliation from
Mm.
who knows who, right? Anybody that wants to, be like, you're a nasty porn slut, and I don't know, like
It depends on who's saying that to you.
I don't know. Nobody said that to me,
Oh,
luckily,
okay, got it.
but I
Got it.
just there's I don't know. Maybe it's like the way that I was. Can I ask? Okay,
Sure.
I have I feel like I have been raised with like this fear of retaliation and of like it was because I was always taught, if you're not doing anything wrong, then you have nothing to fear, right?
Yeah.
And not that doing porn is wrong. It's just that because it's seen as this like less desirable, thing in society or like this problem in society or whatever. Like,
As a
I mean, I don't
stigma.
even know like what it's seen as varies from person to person at the end of the day. But
Sure.
like because I know that there are sensitivity issues, we'll call it that, with if you do porn or not, and you're like
Mhm.
representing a company or you're representing a brand or whatever, um,
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
you know, I was just like, man, that shuts a lot of doors potentially, but also maybe opens other doors. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what doors do I want to walk through? The ones where I can be a porn star or the ones where I can't be a porn star? And I'm just like, I think I know what I want to do with my life. Oh, wait. So why did I even bring this up? We were talking about
You were talking about retaliation.
retaliation. Where did I come up with this? So yes, there was always that fear,
Like your fear of your job finding out that you do porn
or just anything,
and
anybody
like having a
finding out.
consequence. Like
Yeah.
someone's gonna send your video to your dad.
Oh shit. Yeah, that would suck. Um, so especially with how much like daddy shit I do. I love a
I
good
mean,
dad son role
listen,
play.
ultimately for me, I take it as this, like if you discover that I do this, you are actively looking for something. Someone is
Hmm.
actively following you, someone is actively trying to take you down, and that's just like not something that you can control. Like people are gonna have
Hmm.
access to you in whatever way, shape, or form. Um, I just focus on like the positive and the people who want to see it and the people who believe in the work that I do. That's where I'm at. And like
Hmm.
to me, like when I work for a company and the things that I do off the clock is none of your business. And
Yeah.
if there was ever an opportunity, or if there was ever a chance that someone brought that to my attention, that's exactly what I would say. That has nothing to do with the company. I don't do this on my work
Hmm.
time. You have no control or bearing of what I do, like when I clock out on the weekends, what I do with my
Hmm.
personal life has nothing to be concerned with that. And like if that's a stance you want to take and you want to like terminate or whatever, then that's not a company that I want to work for. I
Yeah.
mean, granted, I'm not going to go to work and boast and be like, "Oh, you guys should check out my new OnlyFans
Right.
videos."
Right.
That's what I'm
Right.
going to actively talk about.
Discretion is
I
important, of
keep,
course.
yeah, I keep those things completely separate. Because also too, like when I go into work, like most of the people that I work with, I don't fuck with them like that. So it's like
Hmm.
I'm not going to tell you about the passionate shit that I love. I'm going to keep
Hmm.
that to other people. But at the end of the day, I'm a full-grown adult. You know, I pay for my own bills. You don't
Hmm.
pay for my fucking electricity bill. I do the shit that I want. Like, unless you start paying for my shit that I want, then you got something to say. But the way I live my life is the way I live my life.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and I
100%.
don't care. Like, you can respect it or not. And if you choose not to talk to me about it, then that's fine.
And that is exactly what I have to remind myself whenever those like weird paranoid thoughts start creeping in, because it's
Because they
just,
do happen. They do happen.
yeah. Um,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, I'm like, it's either I face that fear and move past it, beyond it, and rise above it, or I stay
Hmm.
stuck in it and then feel the limit of
Hmm.
not being able to express myself in this way that I really enjoy expressing
Yeah.
myself in.
Because I don't want to live my life on the expectation of other people. Like,
Hmm.
because I don't really don't care that you what you think that I do is wrong or bad. Like, I
Hmm.
find sex beautiful. I enjoy having
Hmm.
sex. I enjoy expressing myself with my body and other people's bodies. And I've
Hmm.
always taken that stance with other people. Like, I like watching my friends have sex. It doesn't gross me out. It doesn't make it awkward. I enjoy you having a good time, and inevitably, it's going to have me have a good time too. So I want to
Yeah.
support that in all my friends.
Hmm.
Anybody, strangers, like I don't care. Like have a good time. Like
Yeah.
life is short. Just eat the burger, suck the dick. Like who cares?
Eat the burger, suck a dick. Put that on a t-shirt.
Absolutely. I just was just like I too struggled with that for such a long time. Like when I first started, I was showing a lot. Like I was showing my sex. I had OnlyFans at one time.
Hmm.
And I struggled with that a lot. I was like, oh my God, like who's gonna find this out? Who's gonna discover this? What are people gonna think? What are my brothers gonna think? When da, da, da. I'm just like, why am I spiraling about this? Like you're a fucking an adult human. You can make those choices.
Hmm.
And I want to be surrounded by people that love and support me and love what I do. So that's where I'm gonna focus on. And trust me, like I think the positive feedback outweighs any of the negative shit that's going on in your mind. Cause I get so many comments and like I love being in the community and having people be like, yo, your shit's cool, like it's inspiring, I want
Yeah.
to be like you. The people that you
Hmm.
talk to are really inspiring. It's fun to like know that there's other people that are like me. And so like that's always cool. So I
Yeah.
would just, to focus on that, like focus on the people that are enjoying your content.
100%. The feedback is the fuel, right? Um,
Absolutely.
it's a little something that lets you know that, you are loved and appreciated, and it's honestly wonderful to have, because without it, then it's kind of like we're just throwing content out into a void, right? And then there's no.
Yeah, it's so saturated, and I think the thing that I've learned that people gravitate to is
Hmm.
you, Roman, like you as a person, and like that's why I do these kinds of podcasts because I love when people listen to it and they're just like, oh, I this is a fully realized human,
Yeah.
yes, the sex is great, but like there's a thought, there's a conversation, there's an opinion. And so like being able to like express that and have people hear that about you, I think really draws people in to be like, Roman's my guy. Like I really feel what he went through. I'm gonna watch more of this shit. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%. And like
Yeah.
I I know that like the Roman Wolf that is currently online, right, is
Hmm.
yeah, hypersexual, like we're always on, like ready to just like
Sure.
throw down at any moment. And honestly, like that is absolutely a big part of me personally, that like that's all authentic, which is the
Yeah.
crazy part of the whole thing.
Right.
It's like sometimes people think that like, you're turning on this like I get this from my husband sometimes. It's like there's like a Roman coming through right now, and I just want to see you right now. And I'm like, but this is me. This is just
Yeah.
when I'm like turned on. Like this is what happens. Um,
Like a heightened
but
version of you.
yeah, maybe it's just like because it's elevated past like what he's used
Yeah.
to. I don't know. Um,
He'll
but
come around.
oh yeah, I don't know. He is coming around. But
There
I
you go.
like that
See?
was that was a thing that was coming up. But anyway, yeah. So like there's I there's no reason for me in the content that I do
Hmm.
to be further further than that. Um, so I appreciate being able to get a chance to like actually talk and like
Yeah.
get a chance to let people know me a little better as well. Um,
Yeah, because that's where the change happened. Like, no longer are big studios in control. Like anybody can really start their own porn career business. And to
hmm
me, that's more sexy because it's like everyday people, like everyday hypersexual, really sexy. And also too, like there's not a blueprint of what a porn star looks like. People come in all
Yes.
different shapes and sizes,
hmm
ethnicities, genders, and that's what's really sexy to me because it's like so new and it's so nuanced and varied that I'm just like, oh, there's something new to watch, or there's someone new that's enjoying this thing or doing this act that I've never really been into. And like, am I into this? I think I am.
Yeah, 100%. I mean,
I think I have.
the creation of fan sites was a huge eye opener for me as well, because I
Yeah.
was like, that's when I started really considering doing it,
Hmm.
because like you said prior, I always just felt like when you put yourself in the situation with a studio, and mind you, I'm just speculating because I've never been with a studio, so I can't speak from experience. But like to me, it
Hmm.
always seemed like, and from things that I would read, that like, and sometimes hear from other people, is like being under contract or being under a studio label means that there is control over how you express yourself and like what you're supposed to be doing and whatever. And like,
Totally. Totally.
and um everything else was kind of like reserved for like these niche websites, right?
Yeah.
um but I think now more than ever, because people of all shapes and sizes and colors and sexualities and whatever, and like genders are being given their feedback, their attention, right? Like the attention that they frankly deserve to have, because we're, like you said, we're all sexual beings. We all have the, again, for the most part, we're all sexual beings, and we have the capability of being sexual being of
Yeah.
being further sexual. But like the point is to
Excuse me.
be to get that feedback, especially after when you grow up being like othered, or being told like you're not sexy enough, or you're not whatever, right? Like a lot of people get that kind of messaging,
Hmm.
you know
Yeah.
um
Yeah.
to get that validation back, and not that you have to live by validation, but to get that
Sure.
validation back and just that feedback is something that becomes like, oh wow, um it's not just me making myself feel better. Like I'm a sexual person and I deserve to like, and I love it and I deserve to get off just like everyone else, and like in spectacular
Hmm.
wild ways if I want. um
Hell yeah.
and knowing that there are people out there that can appreciate me for whatever it is that I look like. or do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I think that's what's so powerful about this movement now is that like you anybody can do it and then you're gonna find your niche.
Hmm.
And then that makes it so much better and more enjoyable because you're performing for that crowd, you're performing for them. Like
Hmm.
other people will follow, other people won't. That's just the way of life. But
Yeah.
like you focus on the people that really respect it and honor it. And yes,
Well,
there's
that's the other
like
thing too, right? Freedom of choice from followers is fundamentally
absolutely.
like, like I respect that. If you want to follow or you don't, I don't, that's cool.
Yeah.
Ultimately, like you're going to follow whatever it is that you want to see on your timeline. And if it's not me,
Yeah.
it's not me. I'm fine. Moving on. Because
It's all
now that just
different
means that the people
flavors.
that like the timelines that I'm showing up on are people that want to see me on their timeline. And therefore, like,
Exactly.
so it increases like that good flow and positive feedback. And I know
Exactly.
I start seeing a little more of like, what's my audience like? What are they appreciating? What's going on here? And I'm really greatly enjoying this discovery process. Um,
And that
and
and from a
it seems
business
like I have good
perspective,
instincts
that's
for it.
that's what you want.
Hmm.
Like you want to get the feedback from the people that are following you because
Hmm.
you're gonna take it. They're the ones that are gonna dictate what's happening next for you because you're gonna be
Hmm.
like, okay, it's got to be more of that. It's got to be more of that, and then you
Yeah.
bank on that because
Hmm.
people want that. People get turned on by giving you money, and I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the money angle wasn't even where the money angle, we can talk about the money angle about this real quick because the money angle
Sure.
is not my primary motivator for this at all.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it was really just like I'm taking a stand for myself and saying like this is what I want
Mm-hmm.
to experience with my life at this time.
Yeah.
We'll take this as far as it goes. I will experience what I experience as a result of it. I'll
Mm-hmm.
meet cool people along the way.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I think that's really fun too. I think
mhm,
that's been the most exciting part for me is like finding other like kinksters and like
yeah.
exhibitionists and perverts. So you're just like, oh, you're just like me, and then you like form a friendship on top of that, which has been really nice because you
Yes.
like have common interests. Because you're just like, here's my dick, where's your dick,
Hmm.
and you're just kind of like in this whole dick universe. It's kind of great.
Yeah, you get to skip all of the awkward part of like, I don't
Yep.
know like how into gooning you would be, but do you even know what's gooning? And then you have to go into that conversation and then like, um,
Yeah.
I don't know if that's for me, but works for you. And I'm like, okay.
Okay, bye. Gotta go. On to the
Well, it's not
next, bro.
even
You just
bye,
keep it
gotta go.
moving.
It's just more so like, okay, well, I guess we're not enjoying that tonight, but we can find other things. Like I'm into so many things. What are you
I mean,
into?
sure. Like if you're into that, sure. But if at the end of the day they're not into it, I'm just like hard left.
Like, yeah. For
I
me,
gotta go. I
honestly,
gotta
like
find the
if
people.
I love even just like if I'm having vanilla sex, even just a little creeping, like crossing eyes going up to just a little bit of that, a little tongue out, a little, just a little bit of that goes a long way for me. I need
You
to
heard
feel it. I
it.
need to
You
see
heard it
it.
here first, y'all. Roman wants to see the tongue out.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Um, do you want to play a game?
I love games.
I love games. This game I haven't played in a while, but it's called Goon or Gone.
Okay,
And
Goon or Gone.
yeah, I'm just gonna list off some topics, and you're either gonna goon for it or it's
Okay.
gotta go. It's gotta be gone because it's not it for you.
Is there like a scale? I've seen this on Insta. Like I've seen people like scale their gooning, like they bring up like
There's no
different
scale, but
desserts or something, and then they goon for each one. Like it's
it's
like
something
little
similar.
goon,
Yeah,
big goon.
yeah, yeah. Exactly.
Do you want me to be on a sliding scale or just
No, you could just tell me if you're into it or you're
goon or
not, and
gone?
then you could just be
Two
like, I
choices.
want to know the reasons why. Yeah,
Okay,
because I feel like it's so nuanced and varied. I'm really interested in what people like really enjoy. All right, Goon or Gone. Feet stink.
gone. I yeah. Listen,
Ah,
I
are you into
love
feet?
I am into feet.
Me too.
I'm just not
Yeah,
into smelly, crusty, none of that. Like
same,
dirty, dirty socks, none of
same,
that. Like I like my feet clean. I
same.
like feet to be clean because what I really like to do is just get in there with my mouth and my face. Like just I like really, really just want to get. Yeah, I love feet. It's just the feet stink. I'm like, see that like repels me, and that's not in particular that and that it's not like I have an aversion to smells because like pit stink, for example, Goon, I'm there. But with
Mm,
feet, I'm just like, this isn't what I want out of my experience. So I like
yeah.
if we're in a tub, feet, oof, love that. Like we just like, when you like sit when you sit across from each other in a tub, you just like lift up lift up the other guy's foot and then it's just like in your hands so perfectly and they can just sit back and relax while you just go to
Oh,
town.
it's the best. My favorite shot is like having the bro across from me, legs spread and up. So
Uh-huh.
like I'll
The
put
feet dangle.
I'll put their legs on my knees. They'll just
Oh,
like
nice.
dangle in front of my face, and then I get to see everything. It's like the
Yeah.
perfect view. It's like all
Hmm.
my favorite bits.
Hmm.
Um, Feet, yeah, I don't like stink. Like even my own feet
Hmm.
stink bothers me, and I know I can smell it. However, I have had people like really enjoy feet stink, and I'm just like that's totally fine.
It
But
is totally fine.
if I'm gonna gnaw on a foot, I'd want it to just be like clean,
Hmm.
fresh, watered down, just ready to go.
Hmm. Hmm.
Because I'm gonna get in there.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, feet stink, gone. Next. I don't even know why I'm asking this.
Yeah, ask it. That's a game.
Schmegma.
No, gone. No,
Yes,
no, not into it. Um,
that's a hard pass, bro.
hard pass.
Yeah,
Hard pass. I don't feel like I need to get into that further
yeah,
as to why.
that's a hard pass. All right, next, dad boy role play.
God, fuck. That is like that really fucking turns me on so much.
Same, it's so sexy.
It is so sexy. There is nothing quite like the there's nothing quite like the feeling of just like that specific bond and then perverting that bond to where it's like it's um there's like a layer for me with dad boy relationships or like
Hmm.
or even role play of there's like
Hmm.
a love factor in there that like a
Hmm.
caring factor even if you don't want to call it like just
Yes,
love but I love leaning into that emotional space of like
yes.
connection of like I one of us is in charge of the others or not in charge of the other but like is it's not mentoring either it's kind of like a
Guidance, caring,
it's the father role. It's such
care.
a unique
Yes,
role. It's that thing of
nurture.
like, I'm here for you, bud, including
Yes,
with my dick, you know?
yes. No, it's absolutely. I think for me, it's like the teaching and learning part.
Hmm.
And so I can inhabit both roles. Obviously,
Same. Yeah.
I feel more comfortable being son with someone with an older male. Like I
Hmm.
love hanging out with like plus 60 guys. It's very sexy to
Me
me.
too. Yeah.
Um, but then like so last night I was definitely like the dad role, and that was very
Nice.
sexy too, because there was this like teaching this and like why don't we do this and
Hmm.
does this feel good and like
Hmm.
exploring that and then
Hmm.
just like kind of like testing boundaries and being respectful and I think like showing like a younger male that like men can take
Hmm.
care of each other in a very sexual way and like provide that
Yeah.
safe space that's hot.
I'm, yeah, no, and I'm in a really interesting space now as mid 30s because like when younger, I didn't really want the dad son. I thought the dad son thing was really weird. It wasn't until like
Hmm.
I got into it with like an online um dad of mine that it all really suddenly like started sinking in. And now that I'm in my mid
Yeah,
30s, I get to like kind of play. I can be son or I can be dad, and it
yeah.
works either way. And funny enough, actually, like I was really interested before what just as I was thinking about starting my porn career. Um, a year prior to that, I had set a goal for myself of like, you know what, it's time for me to be daddy in training. Because I had
Mm-hmm.
felt like after everything that I had come out of, after the pandemic and the corporate, like all the stuff that I talked about, it was like I feel like there's a level of adulthood that I haven't quite hit. And that adulthood ended up being like, no, I want to feel like I can actually parent someone, I can take care of someone. I have the ability to like run stuff, be independent.
Yeah.
be knowledgeable and be, and be a source of stability for other people.
For
So
sure.
yeah, daddy in training was the thing that I've been living by for a few years, and
Hmm.
now I'm like I'm feeling that nice in between of like, yeah, I'm definitely in like my second third year of feeling my daddy oats, and I'm just like, yeah, I think I'm doing pretty good, so.
Yeah. All right, well, keep it up, buddy. I believe in you. Let's see. Musty butt cracks.
I'm that's a hit or miss for me. Depends on the must.
Yes, that's where I was gonna go for that. Although it really just depend on the must. Because I feel like, okay, granted, like all people smell differently.
Hmm.
However, I think there's a very fine line between musky and like rancid. Like
Of course.
if you're smelling straight up nasty, it's a hard pass. Like I'm
But
gonna
we're
need you to
talking about
like
musk. We're talking about musky.
so like in like that smell like as you're playing, yes, there's sweat and there's like heat and do you know that smell? You know what
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
talking
from
about.
Florida. We were
That's
just yeah.
fine. That's good. Like that's fine. I can totally deal with that. But if you're just coming from like a fucking, fucking marathon adventure, like not gonna entertain that.
But you know what though? Like, what about like the construction worker fantasy?
Mm, I can only imagine what that crack smells like,
I can
bro.
only imagine what that crack smells like. And that's why I'm like, because I haven't experienced it yet, I'm like, right now it's just theoretical. So that's why I'm like, it depends on the musk. It depends what happens. But like, I can
You
already
want to
see like a
smell a
nice,
big musty hairy
sweaty,
butt?
big, sweaty, hairy construction worker butt, like just,
I'm
just,
gonna let you do that, and then you report back to me.
okay, sounds good.
Okay, perfect. Okay, next, coconut oil as lube.
Ah,
I'm gonna
super
say
goon.
gone too. Oh, you
Huh?
goon for it? You
Oh
goon?
yeah, super goon.
Oh,
Look right
okay,
here.
then you're like I feel like you're a naturalist.
Oh yeah.
Do
Yes.
you not use anything else? Do you mostly just stick to oil, coconut oil?
Um, I have transitioned to coconut oil, so I've tried a lot of stuff, including like Bator balm, which I also highly recommend. Um,
Hmm.
for me, when I transitioned to coconut oil, though, like that was just there's something I don't know if Bator balm has coconut oil in it. I'm sure I don't know, but
I don't think it does.
yeah, I don't know what Bator balm is made with. Um, but that's been that's like my premium Bator lube, right?
Hmm.
Um, but there are times when it's just like, yo, I gotta be mindful of my budget, like, and I can just get like my coconut oil from Amazon for like $5, and I'm like, you know
Hell
what,
yeah, that
this'll
very that.
this'll
And
do.
also too, like every time I use coconut oil, I feel so hippie. Like I feel so like natural, like in the
Natural
woods.
oils
That's
caressing my
right.
penis and just
Like you're
like
out in the
soaking me.
wilderness and you're just like, you fucking take down a coconut, crack that bitch open. It's just like,
Uh-huh. Yeah. No, 100%. And then on
um,
top of that, it also
I
makes like a
go.
good body oil as well. So like if you want to just like extend that all over and just like get, crazy, oh yeah, I'm about that.
It's very Latino of you. You put the shit on the lips. Okay, next, hairy backs. I goon for a
Goon,
hairy back, like full on, like
major goon.
shoulders,
Hmm.
lats, middle back. I want to connect to the butt crack. I once hooked up with this guy in New York. He was Middle Eastern, and it just went from the top of his neck, and it just went all the way down his belly, all the way into the
Oh my God.
underside, all the way up his crack, like up to his hairline.
Yeah,
That's hot
wild.
to me.
So yeah, no, I absolutely love it. I can think of a few porn stars that match that exact description, and I'm just like, oh my God, I just love seeing everything that you do.
It's so
Um,
sexy.
sexy as fuck. I don't have a lot of back hair. Like right now, I'm just like it's just like the little wings right here on the back. I have like some
Yeah,
patches there. I've got my upper ass beard. I've got and a little bit here, but like I used to have a neck beard. Like this
nice.
connected all the
Yeah,
way down to my chest hair when I was in high school. And
that's cool.
yeah, but I did electrolysis to like laser
Take it
hair
off.
removal
Lay it
on
off.
my neck,
Yeah.
which was really painful.
Oof.
But that helped kind of like make at least remove right here this connection, which I
Yeah,
really wanted, and so that's made shaving a lot easier, which is also really good for
sure,
me because of the.
sure. Yeah,
Anyway, yeah, I'm just
I
going on
get
and on,
really
but
irritated.
but
No, it's okay.
I love body hair. Absolutely love it.
Yeah,
You'll never see me turn down a guy for being too hairy or hair in the wrong places or whatever. Like there's no
same.
wrong place to have hair.
I would never shame anybody. I think it's great. It's beautiful. I celebrate all kinds of body hair.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, two more. Men in skirts. Do you like skirt guys wearing skirts?
Um,
That was such a heavy thought.
well, I'm being careful because okay, it's a gone for us. Okay, it's gone for me. It's not
Okay.
but it's not something that I am like repulsed by, if that makes sense.
Okay.
It's just one of those things of
Yes.
like, you want to wear a skirt, that's awesome, but like that doesn't give me the full fantasy of like, seeing like a bulge or like, like I like to see like tight clothes on a guy if I can.
Got it. You want to
And
see
I feel
all
like skirts
the
are,
curves.
hmm
All
hmm
right. Good enough. Gone. Okay, last one. Roadhead.
Oh yeah, Goon for sure. Um,
I can't
Goon
remember
for
the last time
sure.
I got it.
It's just that said, I don't condone Roadhead. I like the fantasy of it. I like the fantasy of it, and it's not like I've never not done it.
Yeah.
I'm just keenly aware of like this is incredibly irresponsible if you're driving.
Yes. Sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Incredibly
Well,
irresponsible.
what if you're not driving and you're giving roadhead?
And
That's
then
hot.
imagine the car crashes because of your how good your head is. Like,
No, I'm saying like, what if like someone was driving the car, you're like in the back seat and you're just sucking a dick? That's still considered roadhead, right?
is
Or
that
do you have to
considered
be
road?
or do you have to be driving the car?
I always thought it had to be driving the car. If it's just like
See,
in the back of a limo or in the back of a limo, like I'm so rich. Like because I'm thinking like the back seat of a car, like let's take it further, right? The back seat of a limo. Like,
yeah.
are you really doing road head or road sex if you're like being driven around? Like, I don't know. I don't to me it's kind of like it's the same as like having sex on a couch. It just happens to be
I guess that would be a really good argument to have. Like, what makes roadhead roadhead? Let's talk
hmm
about it.
yeah. So like that's my personal definition on roadhead.
Sure, sure.
Like
But it's a goon for you. You love
someone
it.
has to be driving for it to be roadhead, and I don't condone that.
You love
But
giving it or getting
wow,
it.
it's so hot. Both.
Okay, both. Yeah, same. Same to both. Same to both.
Yeah,
That was fun. Hey, thanks for chatting with me on my podcast. And for those
absolutely.
listening, where can people learn more about you? Roman Wolf.
Absolutely. So I have a Twitter slash X called RomanWolff XXX, and that's Wolf with two F's. I'll let you know what that stands
Mhm.
for. Actually, I won't let you know what it stands for. But you can
It'll
guess.
be a surprise. I'll figure it out. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, hasn't happened yet on my porn, but
It
one
will.
day it will.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
excited.
counting
I'm
on it.
talking with a few people.
Good.
Um, so that's on X. I am on Instagram as well. That's Roman Wolf with an underscore at the end because I couldn't get the just Roman Wolf on its own.
Yeah.
Um, and if you want to follow me on Bait World, Roman Wolf on that. If you want to follow me on OnlyFans or Just for Fans, also Roman Wolf on those. So
Awesome. Yeah, and I'll like have links. Do you have like a link tree or something? All those connected.
no, but I should. Yeah. Actually
It's a
like
good idea, but whatever, however you want to run it. But I feel like it's just one centralized place. People can just
it was one
click
of
on
those
one
things of
link.
like I considered getting a link tree, um,
You do
but
like a free
then
one.
yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those things that slips my mind. The problem is there's so many online things to do that you can do rather to like expand, and so then it's just like okay, you know what? I'll just
Yeah,
get to this when I get to it because if I try and focus on
definitely.
everything, I'm like um. But yes, a link tree would be a great idea. Thank you.
Well, I will leave links to following this stuff. It's obviously not safe for work, except for your Instagram, which
Yeah.
Instagram has to be like
Uh-huh.
wild. And people
Yeah,
can
I
find
have
more
that one
about you and
locked
watch your
now.
sexy videos. Okay, cool.
My
Okay.
Instagram's locked, but send me the follow
Oh,
request anyway, and I'll let you in. Like I'm not a.
he'll let you in. Go
Mhm.
follow RomanWolff and all his sexy content. Watch all his sexy videos. And thanks a lot for joining me and talking to me on the Bait Escape. I loved our conversation, and I look
Same.
forward to learning more about you and keeping in touch and doing all really cool, fun stuff.
Yeah, thank you so much. It was an absolute pleasure. I'm
Awesome.
very
Thank you.
excited.
Me too. So I'm your host, Beast Debater. I'm your boy. You know where you can find me, and we'll see you on the next episode of the pod. Thanks, Roman.